While centuries are very special to batsmen in a test match, it is a proud moment for all cricketers to score a century on debut. Till date, there have been 108 instances when the batsmen have scored centuries on debut. However, if the centuries get converted to double hundred, it makes them all the more special to the players. In today's episode, we shall look at the 5 moments when debutants have scored double hundreds in their inaugural test match. Number 5. Brendon Kurupu. New Zealand toured Sri Lanka in the summer of 1987. The first test was played at Colombo. Sri Lanka opened the innings with Roshan Mahanama and debutant wicketkeeper Brendon Kurupu. Batting in his first test match, Kurupu batted throughout the innings and made an unbeaten 201 runs after batting for 548 deliveries. He was supported by Ranjan Madugile, who scored 60. Sri Lanka declared the innings at 397 runs after batting for 173 overs and Kurupu reaching his maiden double hundred. New Zealand, playing the remaining of the test match, scored 406 runs, losing 5 wickets. Captain Jeff Crow made an unbeaten 120 and Sir Richard Hadlee made 151. The match ended in a draw. Number 4. Matthew Sinclair. In the second test of 1999 West Indies tour of New Zealand, Matthew Sinclair made his dream debut. Coming in at number 3, Matthew Sinclair scored 214 runs in his first innings with the help of 22 boundaries. He was equally supported by Stephen Fleming, who made 67, and Nathan Assel, who made 93. New Zealand finished their innings at 518 runs. West Indies in their first innings could manage only 179 runs, with Chris Cranes taking 5 wickets. West Indies followed on. A similar story. 234 all out with half centuries from Shivnarayan Chandrapal and Brian Lara. New Zealand won by an innings and 105 runs. Matthew Sinclair was the man of the match. Number 3. Lawrence Rowe. This West Indian top order batsman has a unique feat. He scored a double century in his first test innings and again a century in the second innings. In the first test of 1972 New Zealand Tour of the Caribbean, played at Kingston, the West Indies team batted first, declared their innings after scoring 508 runs. Debutant Lawrence Rowe scored 214 with 19 boundaries and 1 6, supported by Roy Fredericks, who made 163. New Zealand in reply scored 386, majorly contributed by a brilliant 223 by Glenn Turner. The Windies in their second innings declared with a score at 218 runs right after debutant Lawrence Rowe completed his century. Chasing a target of 341 to win, New Zealand scored 236, losing 6 wickets courtesy 101 from Mark Burgess. The match ended in a draw. Number 2. Jacques Rudolph. Chattogram hosted the first test of 2003 South Africa Tour of Bangladesh. The home side, Bangladesh, batting first, scored 173 runs in their first innings, with South African Chinaman bowler Paul Adams taking 5 wickets. Habibul Bashar top scored with 60 runs. The Proteas had a very poor start, with openers Graeme Smith and Herschel Gibbs dismissed cheaply. Debutant Jacques Rudolph steadied the innings with Boeta Dippenaar and had an unbeaten 429 run partnership. Rudolph made an unbeaten 222 with the help of 29 boundaries and 2 sixes, while Dippenaar made an unbeaten 177. South Africa declared at 470 runs. Bangladesh in their second innings were again unable to negotiate Paul Adams, and Bangladesh were all out for 237 runs. Paul Adams took another 5-wicket haul, finishing the match with 10 wickets. The Proteas won by an innings and 60 runs. Rudolph was the man of the match. Number 1. Reginald Foster. The only man to captain English cricket as well as the English football team, made his debut in the first test of 1903 season of English Tour of Australia. Australia batted first and scored 287 runs, with captain Monty Noble scoring 133. England replied with 577 runs, with Foster scoring 287 runs on debut and Len Brond scoring 102. Australians in the second innings replied strongly with 485, a fine 185 from Victor Trumper. Chasing a target of 194 to win, England chased down the target, losing 5 wickets with a wonderful 91 from opener Tom Hayward. Hope you liked this episode from Cricket Stats. Please subscribe to the channel for more informative videos on cricket.